Do you have fear about our future right now? Or do you think there will be a solution? Do you think most people are friendly or you see them as potential danger? In this video, I show you why you probably belong to one of these two groups and how to build trust again. Hi, it's Bijan here from coachingonline.org. I'm a life coach with a background in hypnotherapy and systemic therapy. My passion is to help other people explore and change their inner subconscious pattern. If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. What makes us vulnerable for illnesses are not just viruses, but a weakened immune system. Our immune system gets weakened through emotional pressure like stress, uncertainty, and fear. And it gets strengthened through trust. Maybe this is what most people forget in these times. A famous German brain scientist, Professor Gerald Hüther, differentiates 3 levels of trust. And he brings an interesting example of so-called Trümmerfrauen, which translated would mean something like women of ruins. After the Second World War, Germany was completely destroyed. Most men were dead. And these women faced a really desperate situation. And even though through a deep feeling of connection and trust, they managed it to literally build up Germany with their hands again, cleaned up everything and went through this really tough phase. So Professor Hüther breaks it down to these 3 levels of trust. First one is trust in your trust in your own abilities. The second one is trust in community, so we are all social creatures. And the third one is trust that everything will turn out fine, that you are protected, you belong to this world. It's like this basic fundamental trust that everyone is born with. Religions often use this third trust through the belief of God. So in our modern world, especially, the last 2 got lost. A lot of people struggle, not because the burdens got bigger, rather than the base of trust got weaker. Think about the women of ruins, what they faced, what a desperate situation they faced, and they still managed it. And we are all born with this fundamental trust, but it can be destroyed through negative, unpleasant experiences, mostly in relationship with other people. But the same way it can get lost, it can also be learned again and regained again. So brain scientists call this neuroplasticity. This means you're able to make new connections in your brain. You can rewire your brain. This is possible until a very, very high age, as long as you live, probably. So this is a thing which makes hope for people they lost trust. The I think most extreme example of losing trust is when it gets about trauma. For example, if a young woman gets raped, this is probably the worst case where all 3 layers of trust are so much shaken. Trust in your own ability, so she couldn't protect herself. Trust in community, no one helped her. And trust that everything will turn out fine. For sure, these 3 all highly shaken in the situation. And there's in psychotherapy, there's a whole area called trauma therapy. And hopefully, if in this case, a woman has a therapist, which is very good, then she or he can help her first through building a relationship to that she can build trust to someone again. That's one thing. And if the therapist is very good, probably is able to bring her back to the situation and give her another perspective. For example, that it was very, very strong and it was good that she didn't cry it, because and it was very competent that she didn't cry it or screamed, because otherwise he would kill her. Or even the fact that she survived can be seen as a competence as well. So yeah, this extreme example, there for sure it's very hard, but it's also possible to regain trust through new perspectives and with the help of other people, for sure. Yeah, in general, our brain tends to want to have a state where energy consumption is as little as possible. Like the brain scientists call this state a coherent state of coherence. And as soon as a trouble comes or a challenge comes towards you, so as soon as the state gets incoherent, then for sure we always try to come back to a coherent state again. There is no ideal state where our brain is always in coherence, but our brain tries to bring us in this state as often as possible. And the interesting thing is, if you manage it from an uncoherent state, if you manage a challenge, if you build trust again, then in our brain chemicals get released, and these chemicals are working like fertilizer, and they're leading that our brain grows and our ability to find solution grows, and this builds trust. So it's like a circle. Through this circle, trust can be built and can be built up. Another example for me personally, in my young age in school, I always had very bad grades in languages, also in English. And I got told that I'm not talented with languages, and until I believed it on my own. So I truly believed the languages are not for me. It took me 20 years through traveling, through making experiences with other people, connecting to other people, to build trust again, and finally realizing, whoa, wait a second, I have an ear for languages. I can speak in other languages. I can learn this as well, maybe in a different way than it got taught in school, but it's not about my talent. So slowly I was able to build trust in myself again and to rewire my brain in this belief, which was very beautiful and very helpful at the end. Otherwise, I couldn't stand here in front of this camera because English isn't my mother tongue. Yeah, so fear is not a bad thing. Fear is a good thing. It's like a warning system for us to survive. But to overcome fear, trust is needed. And there is another level, I would say, above trust, which is called love. So the opposite of fear is not trust, it's more love. So what's needed to overcome this fear in a deeper sense? Well, if you could be a loving person that doesn't have to accomplish things on expenses of others, rather to looking how to help others coming in their full potential, then you would bring like a gift in the world. And very interesting thing is, people who are giving, they mostly feel no fear. So yeah, all this, my usual disclaimer, please prove it critically. If this reality creation I offer you here in this video is helpful for you, for your situation, for your personality, and happy that you be here with me. Please, if you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Appreciate that you're here. And let me please know in the comments how you actually feel, if you feel more fearful or if you feel trust and hope. Would be really interested about this. Thank you very much. See you in my next videos. Bye-bye.